What's up, everybody? This is Read the Bible with me, Stan Jr., and today we're looking at chapter 32 of the book of Genesis. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't done that yet so we can be connected through this long but great journey of reading the entire Bible. Let's start. So, chapter 32 says, Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's camp." So he called the name of the place Mahanaim. Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother in the land of Seir, the country of Edom, instructing them thus: "You shall say to my lord Esau, thus says your servant Jacob, I have sojourned with Laban and stayed until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, male servants and female servants. I have sent to tell my Lord in order that I may find favor in your sight." And the messenger returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to your brother Esau, and he is coming to meet you, and there are 400 men with him." Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed. He divided the people who were with him and flocks and herds and camels into two camps, thinking, if Esau comes to the one camp and attacks it, then the camp that is left will escape. So let's talk about this. When you do someone wrong, really do someone really wrong, you are going to have consequences. A lot of people don't understand that you can do whatever you want. You have free will to do whatever you choose to do. But remember that you cannot decide or determine what the consequences are going to be afterwards. Judgment follows destruction. Judgment follows sin. And so when you sin, like colossally, like Jacob has done to his brother Esau, consequences will come. And there's nothing you can do to stop those things. You can't pray them away. You can't do anything about them because sin follows, right? Judgment follows sin. And so it's very important that you make a distinction that, okay, if I choose to do this particular act, what could happen after this? What are the consequences that could come after this? Because you can determine, like I said, you can choose what you want to do. You have free will to choose whatever you want to do, but you cannot choose the consequences. Always weigh the consequences. What's going to happen if I make this decision? And so Jacob is about to reap the consequences. It looks that way anyway. And so Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham and God of my father Isaac, O Lord, who said to me, return to your country and to your kindred, that I may do you good. I am not worthy of the least of the deeds of steadfast love and all the faithfulness that you have shown to your servant. For with only my staff I crossed this Jordan, and now I have become two camps. Please deliver me from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, that he may come and attack me, the mothers with the children. But you said, I will surely do good and make your offspring as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for a multitude." So he stayed there that night, and from what he had with him he took a present for his brother Esau, 200 female goats, and 20 male goats, and 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milking camels, and their calves, 40 cows, and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 male donkeys. These he handed over to his servants. "Pass on ahead of me, and put a space between the drove and drove." He instructed the first, "When Esau my brother meets you and asks you, 'To whom do you belong? Where are you going? And whose are these ahead of you?' Then you shall say, 'They belong to your servant Jacob. They are a present sent to my lord Esau. And moreover, he is behind us.'" He likewise instructed the second and the third, and all who followed the droves. "You shall say the same thing to Esau when you find him. And you shall say, moreover, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he thought, I may appease him with the present that goes ahead of me. And afterward, I shall see his face. Perhaps he will accept me. So the present passed on ahead of him, and he himself stayed that night in the camp. Verse 22. The same night he arose and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 children, and crossed the ford of Jabbok. He took them and sent them across the stream and everything else that he had, and Jacob was left alone. And a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. When the man saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, he touched him his hip socket, and Jacob's hip was put out of joint just by a touch as he wrestled with him. Then he said, "Let me go, for the day has broken." But Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." And he said to him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." Then he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men, and have prevailed." Then Jacob asked him, "Please tell me your name." But he said, "Why is it that you ask my name?" And there he blessed him. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, saying, "For I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been delivered." The sun rose upon him as he passed Peniel, limping because of his hip. Therefore, to this day, the people of Israel do not eat the sinew of the thigh that is on the hip socket, because he touched the socket of Jacob's hip on the sinew of the thigh. That is chapter 32 of the book of Genesis. Thank you so much for reading along with me today. I pray that this helps you on your Christian walk. Reading the Bible every day is one of the most influential things that you can do for your sanctification walk. For you to look like Christ, reading the Word and His words daily will help you do that. All right? So thank you for reading with me today. I just want to thank all the people that make this possible. This is my patrons, those that have decided to donate $1, $5, or $10 to help this ministry do what it does. I'm so grateful to you, and I pray for you every day. I've got a list of all my patrons, and I pray for them. I call their name out before God every single day. So I thank you so much for praying about at least donating $1, $5, or $10 today to help this ministry. All right? Thank you so much. Next time you see me, we'll be reading chapter 33 of the book of Genesis. Peace.